Best runs of the
Why are we yelling at people in Chick-fil-A? Huh?
What'd you say?
Why are we yelling at people in Chick-fil-A?
Boy, I don't know where Chick-fil-A is.
You just walking from Chick-fil-A. Don't lie to me.
I'm from New York, man. I don't know where I am.
You're walking from the area of Chick-fil-A. Do you have license on you? Do you have a license on you?
Yeah, I got. Yeah, man, look like it.
What is it, sir? Can you copy your photo ID card? 196. How'd you get all the way from here from Fort Pierce?
I walked.
Okay, so where are you trying to get to?
I'm trying to get to Miami.
Okay.
I got a problem.
I just told you what the problem is. You're yelling at customers in Chick-fil-A. And if you keep you keep yelling now, you're gonna get arrested for disorderly. I promise you that.
I believe you.
I'm giving you this. I understand.
Run.
I'm giving you this one warning, and I'm being very nice to you. Do you understand me?
I'm not gonna say no. Just run.
Do you understand me? I'm being very nice to you right now.
If you were being nice to him, you'd be taken into a mental health facility, not to a jail.
Do you have a phone number?
No, I don't.
You don't have a phone number at all?
I don't have no phone, lady.
Okay. Just confirming we have trespass authorization for this plaza. 26. Sit on that curb for me. Sit on that curb for me. Sit on the curb for me. You said 54 and being trespassed? 26. So here's the deal. You're going to be trespassed from this entire plaza. Do you want a copy of it or not? You don't want a copy?
I just go on my fucking way.
Okay, so listen to me. If you come back at this plaza, that's PNC, Chick-fil-A, anywhere, literally you see all this, I'm talking to you. Do you see all this? Walgreens, Wendy's, Dunkin', all that. If you come back...
Your point. That way? Because I'm going that way. You can't trespass me that way.
I'm trespassing you from this whole plaza. And I'm trying to explain to you what that plaza is so you don't get arrested.
Okay, I'm going to go over there. Come right there. We done here.
I'm trying to explain something to you. Are you going to listen to me?
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
Because if I catch you back on this plaza, you're going to be subject to arrest, okay? Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
So start walking off the property. The property ends that way to that sidewalk, so start walking that way.
You know what it is.
You're gonna... I'm sorry? I'm sorry, what'd you say? If I see you back on the property, you'll be arrested.
I'm bound to get the fucker. I'm late.
It's very obvious that this person has some serious mental illness. So for a police officer to try to get into a shouting match with somebody who has a mental disability shows how immature this police officer is. And the Walgreens is on a different parcel number. It has the same owner, but it's not the same parcel number. So in theory, the trespass for that plaza doesn't work for that Walgreens because it's a different parcel number. I just looked it up on the Martin County's property appraiser.
If he goes into Walgreens, he's getting arrested.
This police officer is itching to lock this guy up, but why isn't she itching to get him into a mental health facility where he needs to be, or a drug rehab center? if I'm not mistaken, it looks like he's still walking away from these properties. So why are they trying to arrest him? He's walking away. So at this point, we're looking at video from the inside of the police dash cam, which I never requested. I requested the body cam footage. Whatever she told him when she approached him was nasty enough to where they retracted it. So we should be looking at the body cam from the officer. So there's like a period where her body cam cuts off, and I really don't understand why it would cut off. There's no real explanation for it from a legal perspective. So whatever she told him when she pulled up wasn't pretty.
I just go.
When the video does cut back on, he says, "Can I please just go?" So it seems like his intention was to leave. It doesn't seem like his intention was to stay there trespassing. I pulled a lot of these body cam footage for homeless arrests, and this one is definitely the most disturbing one I've seen so far. And I think this is the first time I really see police officers on body cam acting in a very disgraceful fashion. Most of the time we see police officers acting very professionally. Whatever's going on here doesn't seem right to me. And why the body cam cut off makes no sense to me either, because you know, it does seem like the body cam would have shown him trying to walk away or him trying to leave. So this doesn't look right to me.
Actually, you just want to hold on to him here.
Ma'am,
Do you have anything in your pockets? Do you have anything in your pockets that can poke me?
ma'am,
I explained it to you. I gave you multiple times, and you kept yelling at me and saying that you didn't want it to be explained.
Hey, right there. Face against the car.
Face against my car.
what fool did I stop at, man? What fool? I was just trying to get to the road.
It's coming off.
Ah, man.
I think what happens with a lot of these trespassing cases in Florida is that the person tries to leave, but they don't have the mental capacity to figure it out. I'm still waiting for the Manatee County Sheriff's Office to get back to me on that footage, but I don't think we're going to get it. But if we do get it, it will show probably the same situation. Somebody who is mentally unstable being escorted off a property forcibly instead of getting the help they need, and then they end up in the road where they get hurt. In the case of the homeless person here in Manatee County, they ended up at the medical examiner's office, and of course in the medical examiner's office report, the sheriff's office said that it had nothing to do with it. So at the end of the day, what these officers are doing is reckless, and it puts the lives of people like this who need mental health assistance in great peril. These people don't need to be arrested. They need to be put into a mental health facility. And well, this is just another sad situation in Florida.
Where am I going?
To the Martin County Jail.
For what? For what?
Stop.
Stop resisting.
Stop.
Hold me, I'm not. You're a dumb fuck.
You're gonna get yourself in more trouble.
I was minding my business. You motherfucker.
Stop resisting against me. I'm putting all my weight into you, and you're still pushing against me. Didn't we tell you to lean up against the car?
This guy's not resisting right now. She's accusing him of resisting, and he's clearly standing erect, and he's not moving at all. So there she is trying to escalate things again.
Take a seat.
Get in the car.
Ah, don't get too mad.
Stop.
Get in the car.
You fucking ran, fucking bastard.
I suggest you don't. I suggest you don't.
You're gonna get a felony.
I suggest you don't.
Now, not only did these officers arrest this person for trespassing, but they also discovered new charges to give this guy to make sure he doesn't get out of prison ever again in his life. They charged him with brawling and fighting corrupt public moral decency. I didn't see this man brawling or fighting anybody. I mean, when I pulled this body cam footage, I thought this guy got into a fight. Who was he fighting with? Threatening with deadly serious bodily harm a law enforcement officer, second-degree felony, aggravated assault on an officer or EMS, second-degree misdemeanor, trespassing on a structure. So these officers now charge this guy with threatening them. Obviously, this guy just needs mental health. And the fact that they're giving these guys all these enhancement felonies is absolutely disgusting. Clearly, you're dealing with somebody who has mental health problems. And, you know, when somebody has mental health problems like this, the last thing the officers want to do is press charges for, you know, threatening them or for assaulting them and stuff like that. Clearly, you're dealing with somebody who needs help. They gave this guy felony charges that were enhancements, and it didn't need to escalate to this. On top of that, the officer's behavior and the way they treated this person is what escalated this situation to these charges. So even if you could justify the charges that this guy got on top of all that, what isn't justifiable here, let's say this guy had the same scenario and he was dealing with the Sarasota Police Department. The Sarasota Police Department would have made this guy feel safe, comfortable, and it wouldn't have escalated to all these extra charges. The police officer's lack of professionalism and, well, their escalation of the situation, the lack of professionalism in this officer escalated this situation to where this person, who is clearly just going through a mental health episode, is now looking at many other more serious crimes: brawling and fighting, corrupting moral decency, which is just a misdemeanor, but threat with death or seriously bodily harm. You know, obviously, when they place this guy in the back of the police car, he goes on to talk to himself, and he says some pretty nasty things. But you're dealing with somebody who has a mental health problem, and this is 100% symptomatic of somebody who has a mental health problem, talking to himself and saying things like that the person probably didn't mean. It's very scary that if you live here in the state of Florida and you have family members who have mental health problems, that they could run into a police officer like this who escalates the situation, and then your family member who's dealing with a mental health crisis ends up catching felony charges. We don't want to have today's video demonetized because the language moving forward is very strong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this as a separate video, and I'll include the link in the description. And this is the type of police behavior that really isn't acceptable. When police officers create dangerous situations that get people with felony charges, they also put their own safety at risk. Now you have a homeless person spitting on a police officer. That is a health concern that they generated, because if they had handled this person differently, you have to be very tactful and careful with people to not create dangerous situations. I think these officers need better training in learning how to avert situations like this from escalating. And endemically, the problem here is that in the state of Florida, these counties don't have resources to help these individuals, and many times these officers simply do not give a crap about people like this. If you remember, our last video from Stuart, Florida was a young lady who also went through a mental breakdown and also caught felony charges in the process. We're not seeing these types of arrests in other parts of Florida, so clearly the problem isn't the individuals, it's how the officers in this agency are handling people with mental health problems. They need better resources, they need better training, and maybe a little bit of compassion for people. I'm going to include the link to the rest of this video. Trust me, you don't want to miss it.
She stinks.